I had to go and get the surgery away because I couldn't get put to sleep because of my size. They just put a band around my arm, numbed my arm, and they just did the operation.
The tension between Eddie Hall and Tommy Fury has exploded into real chaos after their heated face-off turned physical, leaving Eddie Hall badly shaken and later hospitalized. What started as trash talk quickly escalated when Tommy Fury pushed him, sending the strongman crashing down. Now from the hospital, Eddie Hall fires back with a warning that he will take his revenge inside the ring, setting up an even more dangerous showdown filled with anger, pride, and unfinished business between both sides.
You know, if you're an entertainer without the World's Strongest Man title, you'd be like, who the fuck's this guy? But I think having that title has really propelled me in people's eyes.
Eddie Hall is clearly trying to turn the tables after the brutal face-off incident with Tommy Fury, where the situation went too far and left him injured. Despite the setback, he still believes his massive size and raw power can change everything in the ring. The confidence remains high as the rivalry continues to heat up.
100 plus pounds in weight difference.
Yeah.
50 kilo. And I don't care who you are, if that catches you on the chin, you're going to sleep. This time around, I've got 2 biceps.
John Fury fully backs Tommy Fury and dismisses Eddie Hall's confidence, suggesting he has not experienced real boxing pressure yet. He believes Tommy's speed and timing will overwhelm Eddie despite the size difference. The mindset here is pure confidence in technical skill over brute strength, pushing the idea that Eddie is walking into a level of fighting he is not prepared for.
He's got to deal with Tommy. Tommy's going to do the chilling with him, as you've seen today. Eddie Hall, when Tommy's fought him, he's not going to want to fight again. You don't know what he's in for. He thinks because Tommy's small. Tommy's like a pocket rocket, isn't he, compared to him? And I got that body belt on, I'm feeling the power. He can't take that. That's why he wants to do 2-minute rounds, isn't it?
Eddie Hearn is pointing out how quickly things escalated between both sides, admitting it crossed a line, but also recognizing that this is exactly what builds boxing hype. Even though he does not approve of the personal clashes, he understands the business side where controversy drives attention. In his view, moments like this may look messy, but they ultimately increase pressure, interest, and global eyes on the fight, which is part of modern boxing reality.
I mean, listen, it's boxing, it's family. John's John. Both goading each other. Both very personal. Both means a lot to everybody. Shouldn't have done it.
Eddie Hall is showing real frustration here as he questions Tommy Fury's behavior during the build-up. He believes Tommy is acting too wild and emotional, suggesting he has not yet faced someone who can truly test him in a real fight. The criticism is harsh, painting Tommy as inexperienced under pressure and overly confident from limited fights. It adds more fuel to the rivalry and increases tension heading into the showdown.
I don't know if this weigh-in in the face-off was a good idea. He's obviously just a wild man. And this is the problem. He's had these 3 fights. He thinks he's had 3 fights. He thinks he's had the adrenaline dump. He's not been in the ring with someone that's actually going to take his head off yet. He's a little boy. He can't control himself. He's a little baby. As soon as someone stands up to him, he shits himself, evidently.
Tommy Fury shifts responsibility on a family rivalry, making it clear that this fight is not just personal between him and Eddie, but part of a bigger feud with the Fury name. He separates Tyson Fury from the situation while still defending the family honor. His tone shows confidence and acceptance of the challenge, framing it as Eddie finally getting what he asked for after provoking the Fury camp.
I mean, at the end of the day, the real beef is between Eddie and my dad. You know, that's genuinely what has happened here. I'm only doing this fight because of my dad. So the real beef is between Eddie and my dad, and I'm obviously just stepping up to the plate. Tyson's on a different stratosphere. Basically, Eddie was having a pop between all the Furies. You know, he wanted to fight with a Fury, and he's got...
Eddie Hall expresses pure frustration and anger at the ongoing tension, feeling like he was constantly disrespected without action. He challenges the Fury side and others to back up their words with real fights instead of talk and chaos outside the ring. This mindset shows he sees himself as someone stepping in to settle disrespect directly, turning the situation into a personal mission inside the boxing world.
Lose weight, I'm his accountability coach, you know, so I'm making sure he's doing the walks, I'm making sure he's eating the right foods, and it's working. He's lost 1.25 stone in 3 weeks. So if he can carry that on, like it'd be 150 kilo before we know it, you know, down from 210. You know, so that's his goal weight. He wants to weigh 150 kilos. So John, we've got this, brother. We are going to smash that. You're going to weigh 150 kilos.
Eddie Hall highlights the chaos and emotional intensity surrounding the press conference, pointing out how things have gone beyond normal promotion. He reflects frustration at the disrespect and noise coming from the opposing side, showing how personal this rivalry has become. It underlines how deeply the fight has escalated from simple promotion into a heated emotional conflict involving both families and teams.
It's alright, put this on sword it straight and do.
There we go.
That you've got me.
Wait, is your dog in here?
Huh? No.
The German Shepherd?
Yeah, not here.
This is a straight reality check from Tommy Fury, shutting down the myth that pure strength equals boxing ability. He's basically saying Eddie Hall's powerlifting background means nothing once the bell rings. In boxing, timing, footwork, and IQ decide everything. And that's where experienced fighters like Alexander Usyk thrive compared to influencers like Jake Paul. Fury is confident, but confidence alone won't hide technical gaps.
Strong men, being the strongest man in the world and picking up half a ton meant you was the best fighter of all. Everyone would be a world champion, wouldn't they? If being big and strong meant you could fight, everyone would be a world champion. But in this game, it's not about how much weight you can lift. It's not about how strong you are. There's a ton more things to the fight game. And that's what I'm looking to show Eddie on the night.
This breakdown exposes Eddie Hall's biggest weakness: lack of ring craft and distance control. Throwing power shots without setup is exactly what elite boxers punish. You can see why critics say Jake Paul would struggle even more against real technicians like Alexander Usyk, because raw power without structure falls apart fast. Against a sharp mover like Tommy Fury, predictable right hands become easy counters and energy drainers over time.
Pull off a miracle right hand, what I'm seeing makes me even more skeptical that that's possible, because he doesn't understand space and distance, he doesn't understand timing and rhythm, he doesn't understand how valuable his right hand is. And it seems like I'm being counterintuitive because all he's throwing is right hands, but he needs to value that thing. It needs to be, like I said, a weapon of mass destruction. You only bring it out at certain points so Tommy doesn't get a read on it, and also so you don't gas your...
Tyson Fury is highlighting how much chaos and attention this whole situation has created, but there is also concern underneath it. He knows the fight business is turning into entertainment first and sport second. This is exactly the direction Jake Paul-style matchmaking pushes boxing into, where names matter more than merit. Compared to that, champions like Alexander Usyk represent discipline and elite competition rather than spectacle drama.
Both of them. They need to fucking have a bit of sense and show some professionalism in this game.
Eddie Hall is clearly frustrated and firing back emotionally after constant verbal attacks and hype around him. But emotion in boxing rarely translates into control inside the ring. This is where experienced fighters separate themselves from influencers like Jake Paul, who thrive on noise rather than structure. Alexander Usyk would never rely on chaos or shouting. He would dismantle this kind of pressure with calm precision and timing.
He's just a fucking idiot. Plain and simple. I mean, geez. I mean, look, we've all seen the tantrums he's had. You know, headbutting walls and headbutting people and smashing Perspex glass and holding his bowls and saying he's the king of the world and King Kong bowls and whatever else. And I was just fed up of it, you know, genuinely.
This highlights how emotion can take over even experienced boxing personalities when pressure builds. Emotional reactions often lead to mistakes, something Jake Paul has benefited from against less disciplined opponents. However, against a technician like Alexander Usyk, emotional fighting gets punished quickly. Usyk's calm style is built to break fighters who lose structure and discipline under pressure, making emotion a dangerous weapon against him.
The pressure is now on John to behave himself. He's distracted a lot of attention and talk, and I'm quite sure someone will have a word with him out. The authorities will have a word with him.
This is a harsh but honest breakdown of age meeting elite-level intensity in boxing. The point being made is simple. Confidence does not equal conditioning at championship level. Even someone as tough as John Fury would struggle massively under real fight pace against a prime elite like Carl Froch. This also exposes the massive gap between entertainment hype fights like Jake Paul events and real-world championship boxing, where conditioning decides survival. Alexander Usyk represents the opposite of this: elite engine, elite pacing, and zero wasted movement. which is why comparisons with untested or older fighters always fall apart under pressure.
This dude, I love that John is just so confident in himself. He would gas inside of 2 rounds. 2 rounds, but if he even made it 2 rounds with Carl Froch, he would gas probably in the first round. He's 60 years old. I'm not saying he couldn't hobble about for 4 rounds or something, but he would be gassed inside of 2. Because the way that John runs...
This is a harsh but honest breakdown of age meeting elite-level intensity in boxing. The point being made is simple. Confidence does not equal conditioning at championship level. Even someone as tough as John Fury would struggle massively under real fight pace against a prime elite like Carl Froch. This also exposes the massive gap between entertainment hype fights like Jake Paul events and real-world championship boxing, where conditioning decides survival. Oleksandr Usyk represents the opposite of this: elite engine, elite pacing, and zero wasted movement, which is why comparisons with untested or older fighters always fall apart under pressure.
No, not really. It's thuggish behaviour. John Fury's, is boorish, thuggish, unedifying, unpalatable, uncouth, vulgar behaviour. Absolutely. But what do you expect from John Fury? John Fury's been in prison for gouging someone's eyes out. What did you expect him to do? Convert into a Samaritan? Is it a nice look? No. Was it a nice look over the years in boxing about so many things? This ridiculous sentimentalising of society and expecting everyone to behave in their best version of themselves.
In the end, this entire situation shows a clear clash between entertainment boxing and real professional discipline. On one side, you have heated personalities, emotional reactions, and constant talk building pressure outside the ring. On the other side, real champions like Oleksandr Usyk remain calm, controlled, and focused on pure boxing skill rather than noise. That difference is what separates hype from greatness. Jake Paul thrives in an environment where chaos creates attention, but against elite-level operators, that same chaos becomes a weakness because timing, footwork, and experience always take over when the bell rings. John Fury and others around this story represent how quickly emotions can spiral in modern boxing media, but history shows that fighters who stay composed are the ones who actually win when it matters. If this ever crosses from talk into real competition, the truth will be revealed very quickly inside the ropes. Now, the big question is simple. Do you think this is still just entertainment hype, or are we actually watching the early stages of something more serious in boxing culture? Drop your opinion in the comments, because this one is dividing fans everywhere. And if you enjoy deep boxing breakdowns like this, make sure you subscribe, like the video, and stay tuned for the next update, because the story is only getting bigger from here.